guys, it's Dave, Renegade Gig Hustler. Today we're going to focus on a different type of video than you're normally used to seeing. I'm in the back end of my 2020 Jeep Renegade with the hatch open, and we've got to change the third brake light. Went in for inspection the other day, and they couldn't actually put the inspection sticker on, and everything else passed, but my third brake light was out up on the top part of the spoiler. So in order to do this, the first thing you have to have is the third brake light, which just came today from Amazon. And you have to have some tools. I got my DeWalt. Got a metric set, parts holder, magnetic, and another magnet, and some extensions for my drill so I can use the socket. What we're going to need is an 8mm and a 10mm. Show you what's going on here. Up here, we got a grommet right here that we got to remove. We got a grommet over here that we got to remove. And then we have to pull this back to get to the rest of the bolts. The spoiler's bolted in, so I believe we got 1, 2, and then we have another 4 in here, and then we have to pound up and remove the spoiler, and then we have to unbolt the third brake light so that we can pull it out, unplug it, put the new one in. So right here I have, just came today from Amazon. I ordered it when I was at the garage the other day trying to get my inspection. That was in this box, came in an Amazon bag, and I'm going to drop the links for this down below so you guys can see for yourself if you need to get this part. And here is the replacement itself. It has the 2 bolts to bolt it in, and the port where you put the connector. So the first thing we're going to do is remove these rubber grommets. There's 1. There's 2. So we get the rubber grommets. I'm going to open up this parts tray so I can stick my parts in. See if I can adjust this a little bit. And then I'll move my selfie stick. I got it on the tripod right now, but then I'll move my selfie stick so that I can show you guys exactly what I'm doing. So we got our magnetic tray. So we need, first off, I believe we need the 10mm. Yep. So I got my 10mm here. Let me see if I can adjust this up a little bit. And these fit your drill. And there's 1/4 inch, 3/8, and 1/2 inch. So make the job much easier. So I believe I need this one. Snap right in. Let me remove my drill bit out of my DeWalt 20 volt. And where I removed those 2 grommets, remove the grommet here. I removed the grommet here. We're going to take out these 10 millimeters. Okay, get the first one out. 10 millimeter. I'm going to open up my other magnet just in case. So I got those 2 out. Now the next step is, let me show you here. We've got to pull this back. I should have brought my pry tool down, but this is the inside trim, and technically you're supposed to remove this whole thing. Okay guys, welcome back. We got the whole piece off. As you can see, the whole bottom panel, and this is the top that wraps around the top. And what we got to do is we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 we got to remove, and I believe those are 8 millimeter. And so we got 1, 2, 3, 4. It was much easier taking this whole thing off than messing with it trying to get this loose. There's a holder here, got that screw out, and then once I got that out, I just started pulling it from here, and you could hear all the tabs pop. They're all still intact. And so now we just got to get those bolts out. And once I get those out, we're going to close this a bit, and then we're going to knock up on the spoiler underneath all the way across quite a few times, try to get it up out of there. So
a few minutes later.
So those are also 10 millimeter. There's 3, we got them out. Be careful pulling it out because you don't want to drop it down inside of there. And that's what the magnet's for too, guys. So I reached in with the magnet and got it. So now the fun part. We set this inside. I'm going to close this for a bit, guys, and what I'm going to do is start knocking up on the spoiler to get it loose. There's tabs in there, so be careful how you pound on it. Don't pound on it real heavy. Go gradually across to the middle and then the other side to the middle. And we should be able to get it all off of there and then expose the light. Disconnect the connector into the port of the light. And then there's going to be 2 bolts that we have to get off, which are 8mm. And we're going to free those up, pull the old one out, and then we'll be able to get the new one in. So I'm going to close this while I do that.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Okay, sorry about that, guys. I got the spoiler off, and it took me a lot of play. Be careful because you got tabs. 1, 2, 3, 4. It looks like I lost one. And, well, still in the other side is what they are. But anyhow, I got this off, and I disconnected for the windshield wiper in the back right here. And the connector has a little button on the bottom. And I messed around with that. What you got to do is push in on it, not try and pull down on it. Push it up and out. So what we're going to do next is probably get our 8mm and unbolt this light. I can see right now it's an 8mm, so I'm going to pause this. So getting the 2 8mm bolts in there, guys. And then we can put the spoiler back up there and hook it back up. And hopefully the pins don't bend this time. But if you buy one of these for your Jeep Renegade, or if you have a different vehicle, it's going to be similar if you have a light in the spoiler. And if you buy one of these from a third party or whatever, other than Mopar wants $200 and some for it. So if you buy one of these off Amazon or somewhere like that, eBay or whatever, make sure those pins, be careful with that connector when you're putting it in there, because those pins just want to bend. So I was rolling that it was defective at first, but then after carefully looking at the pins and all, I discovered they were bent, and I may have to still mess with it to plug it in one more time, but hopefully not. So I'm going to close the hatch, and I'm going to try and get this back on there and plugged in, and then we're going to test it again. So I'm just going to put this down here, and then what I'm going to do, Mark, is, and this is for my windshield wiper. So it sprays out the back end. Plug this little tube in. We're going to plug that in. Now the fun part. So look at the damn pin. I can see it. It's bending again. Ooh. Let me try and straighten that out before I plug that in. We know it works. Once it's in, it's in. So let me grab that little screwdriver. Well, the old one, it ain't much better, but.
So if you have an out, whatever, so the cop could pull you over,
Oh yeah, you can actually get pulled over for it.
you want to get a ticket.
Or a warning, whatever. It depends on the cop.
Yeah.
I mean, you might have a decent cop that you just tell him, hey, I ordered the part and I'm aware that it's out.
Yeah, but you don't know the cops.
No, you don't.
No. Okay, Jughead.
Okay, almost lined up again, Mark. What a pain in the ass, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, that looks pretty perfect. Looks pretty.
Like you put it in and then
It's
on the metal.
That's when it bends, when you're putting it in.
It's on that.
Looks pretty good, man, Mark. I don't want to shut that all the way. Alright. It looks pretty good. Looks damn good. It looks the best that it did. For what? Well, mine was $2,000. Yeah. Oh, you have to get a company to do it. Yeah, they don't. The maintenance guys don't do that. Yeah, you have to get an HVAC guy. But I could give you the number of the guy that did mine, and you could call them. They could come over and give you an estimate. You only have a one-bedroom. You don't have a two-bedroom like us, so he might be able to put a different type of unit in there that isn't as big as the one we have, so it could be a little cheaper. Yeah, I'll give you his number. His name's Shane Boones. Nice guy. Monroeville. Not far from here. Okay, Mark. I'm hoping this is it. This is it.
Maybe don't push as hard.
I know. I hear what you're saying. See that little thing sticking out there? That got to go in there, and then there's a slot way in there, and it lines up, you know. Here we go, Mark. I'm just gonna wiggle it in there. Click. Connector click. Try her again. I can't put it together until I get it working. And I want to put it together because I'm done working on it.
Well, you can wear your car for series outside of the
All right.
series for 2 cars. Okay, so now.
Is it on now?
Yeah.
Okay, you go in and hit the brake. Okay, we're good, Mark.
You're good?
Yeah, shut her down. We can put it back together. Hallelujah. 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 Oh, I was like, oh God, man, I just waited 2 days to get this. And oh yeah. So this is going to be the tricky part. This is going to be the tricky part. So, all right. Are we still running? Oh, anyhow, guys, I'm back. Let me start. Anyhow, guys, I'm back. If you buy one of these lights, be very careful because the 2 little pins inside of the port in the connector, they're very fragile. There's hardly anything to them. And I had to get a little screwdriver and put it in there and basically straighten the pins out and then gently wiggle the connector in and then until it's snapped. Third time is a charm. So we got it working. So what I'm going to do now is get my 8mm back off of here. And I bought one of these little magnetic cups.
Oh, okay.
Harbor Freight.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah. So 10mm again. Because remember, all these are 10mm. So I'm going to get the 2 corner bolts back in. You got that in place, Mark? Oh, okay, here. Let's see. Yeah, let's do this. What the heck is that? Alright, let me get that back down. Place that slide. Okay guys, I think I got that in place, and I'm going to start over here in this left corner with the 10mm. Now remember, when you go back in, go straight in, because you don't want to drop your bolt down inside. That's where the other magnet comes in. So you're going to want to line that up. So there's that one. Now we're going to go over on the right side and get, remember, you want to get your corner bolts in first. So the second one, go straight in and make sure you don't drop the bolt down inside, because there's a hollow part there. Or you're going to need one of these magnets that extends to try to fish it out of there. And I surely don't want to be the one having to do that, so please be very careful putting that in. Just snug it up. And now we're going to go back with the, those are real bolts, the 2 corner ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. A little nut. 10mm. So then we're going to go over on this side, get this one in. Very. What do we got here with this? Let's get the second one. There's the second one. We may have to do that, redo that first one with the nut. I got that one on. It's much easier putting it together than it is taking it apart. I don't know why. Let's get this fourth one on. My wife also got a Jeep Renegade, so if it should come to the time where she needs hers, she had gotten hers in October of 2020, where I got mine in March of 2020. So 5 years for me on mine lasted 5 years. Yours might last that long, yours might not last that long. It depends. They're all different. So what we want to do now is this is the bottom section. This is the bottom panel that goes on the bottom of the, and if you can see all those tabs in there, they're the green things sticking up. And please be very careful with those tabs, because if they break, I don't know what, but you're going to be having to get some of those. They basically just slide in these little holders here, and then they snap in. But I'm going to get my top one done because I got two of those plastic brackets to put back on. If you remember that I took off, we can basically probably just get our little grommets back in there. They just snap in. And here we go. There we go. Two little brackets, which are part of this top mount. And so this is going to go up. There's tabs. Mine are all still in place, so I didn't break none. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to line this up, and then we're just going to tap on it and snap it back in. Then we're going to bolt these two other sides back up into the area. That goes right. We just got to line it up like that. And then this one here, oh, this tab goes over here. And then this tab goes on this side. And then we got two screws that got to go back in. So I'm going to take my 8mm back off. Put my screw bit back in. And put two screws back up in. One here. And one here.
So you need me more?
No, Mark. I appreciate everything. It's a pain in the butt, huh?
I still have to get my screwdrivers.
Yeah.
You down with them?
Yeah. And I'm just going to get my bottom panel back on and yeah, appreciate that.
No problem.
Thanks to Mark. You'll be on my YouTube video. Say hello to YouTube.
So you too.
Okay, almost done, Mark. So anyhow, guys, so the last step is to get this panel back on. And it's going to go this way because there's my handle. There's a handle here and there's a screw that goes up through it. So going to line this back up. And I'm just knocking all the tabs back in, guys. Here we go. And there's one last screw. And that goes in right where the handle is. One last screw, Phillips head. So I'm going to pull this down just a little bit. I'm going to get my screw started. I'm going to have to bring out a Phillips to get that in the rest of the way, guys, because my bit's not big enough for that. So anyhow, there we go, we got it. So anyhow, you can see it's a tedious little venture, and first thing you need is the light. This is the old one. That's the old one. And so the first thing you're going to need is that, and then you're going to need 10 millimeter, 8 millimeter. These are 8 millimeter, and then you have the 10 millimeters. You start with the grommets, taking those out. 10 millimeter, 10 millimeter, 10 millimeter, and then you got two more 10 millimeter, two more 10 millimeters for the spoiler. Once you get those out, start tapping up, not real hard, Do not use a rubber mallet, you can crack the spoiler. Just use your hand and keep going along, and you'll see one side start to lift. Once you start to get the other side to lift, just hit it in the middle and it should pop up. And you can remove your spoiler. You can remove the little hose for the washer, and you should be good to go. And we just did the reverse. Took us easier time getting it back together than it did apart, guys. So all in all, that's how you do the third brake light for the Jeep Renegade. Mine's the 2020 Jeep Renegade Latitude. So is my wife's over here. And if you need any help or you need any assistance with it, reach out to me at renegadegighustler2020@gmail.com. If you're on my YouTube channel seeing any of my videos, you'll see exactly what I do. I work in the gig economy, and hopefully you vibe with my content. And if you do, please do consider subscribing. Smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, the alert bell, open up even notifications, and you will get notified each and every time I do anything on my YouTube channel. And remember to like and share. And if you're in my videos, viewing my videos, why not stay the duration of the video instead of skipping through, or 5 minutes in or 10 minutes in. If you're a quarter in, a half in, stay till the end, guys. I make all my own graphics. I make all my own graphics. I make my intros, my outros, and I pretty much do it all. So with that being said, that's how you do the third brake light for the Jeep Renegade. And I'm going to drop a description of, I'm going to drop a link for the in the description below for the light and any of the tools you might need. With that being said, appreciate you guys for being with me. My name is Dave, Renegade Geek Hustler. Take care. Hey guys, if you like this DIY video I did on the 2020 Jeep Renegade Latitude for the third brake light, you would like to see other DIY videos, stay tuned to my channel. If you really want to know what Renegade Gig Hustler is all about, check out this video and this video. And if you vibe with my content, please do consider subscribing. Smash that subscribe button, smash that like button, smash the alert bell. Open up all notifications so you will get notified anytime I drop anything on my YouTube. I appreciate you for being with me. Check it out. Renegade Gig Hustler on YouTube. Thanks, guys.